Hi guys, welcome back to No Interruptions. I'm Kate. This is Kiwi, and today we're talking about parenting. Kiwi has the zoomies right now, so he ran away. So a lot of things come to mind when we talk about parenting. First up is comparing having a child to having a pet. Because I know a lot of people... Oh, hi. I know a lot of people who will legitimately treat their pet like it's a human being. Meaning it will like sit at the table with them, eat with them. Right, it'll have its own like birthday parties or birthday celebrations, and you know, it'll open presents on Christmas morning with its owners, and it's a little bit weird. I think it's becoming more popular as the amount of children that are being had is decreasing. Okay, so in 1960, it was 3.62, approximately, average children per household, per two parents. And now it's sitting closer to, let's see, in 2018 it was 1.73. I think it's somewhere like 1.9 right now. So the amount of children people are having are going down. We all know that. Now, there are a lot of reasons for that. I mean, the economy for sure. I think people are less stable financially perhaps than they were in the 1960s. Also, people used to be able to pay for a year of college with a summer's worth of work. Now, that's not even remotely possible these days unless you have a sizable scholarship or something to that degree that covers the majority of those costs, because there's no way you're going to be able to work a summer and pay off your entire year of tuition. Public college or private college, it doesn't matter. They're both hyper expensive. But I digress. The point here is this. People are having less children for whatever reason. But more and more, it seems to me now that they're sort of directing those parental energies into their pets. Right, so you see people who own pets, mostly dog owners, by the way, who will treat their dog like a child. And I know people like this, and it's strange because, you know, these people are very adamant about, you know, I don't want kids, you know, kids are going to ruin my ambition, blah, blah, blah. They're expensive. Yes, they are.
I believe that children are the future. Unless we stop them now.
But some of these people just don't want them. Like, they just don't like kids. You know, it's not really necessarily a financial thing for some of these people. And yet, they're pouring money into throwing their dog's birthday parties and treating their dog like a literal human being. So that's the first point I wanted to make. People are having less children for whatever reason and directing these parental energies that they have into their pets instead. So we have that. And then on the flip side, we have people who have children who treat their children like pets. Kiwi, look at the camera. Anyways, now granted, I'm not a parent. I do not have a child. So there's going to be some, you know, gaps in my experience here. But I'm just going to explain to you things that I have observed. And the biggest thing is just a lack of discipline, a complete lack.
I'm unsupervised. Have no fear. Safety is here.
The first example of this can be seen in rising rates of obesity, honestly. Now, I understand that in some communities, obesity is more prevalent because the cheapest food is really bad for you, right? So you have McDonald's, which is cheaper than, you know, a nice organic healthy meal or whatever. But what I'm talking about is people who have access to those healthier meals. They have legitimate access, and yet they just let the kid eat whatever they want, right? Oh, you know, I don't want vegetables, I want candy, or I want pizza, or I want 3 slices of cake, right? Whatever the heck the kid wants. And these parents just give it to them. They're just like, yeah, you know, eat whatever you want to eat. And so they develop this huge lack of self-control.
I know he's out of control, but you don't know what it's like.
People will be more assertive with their dogs or their pets in general than they will with their kids. Like, I've seen people say no more to their dog than they do to their child who's completely out of control. Parents don't discipline them. Like, they don't tell them no to anything. Food, but also entertainment, right? So you have like these 2-year-olds who are in their parents' lap playing on an iPad for, a couple hours. Like, it's 2 years old. We already know that phones fry our brains as adults. What is this iPad doing to that 2-year-old? And here's something else that I've seen as well is I go to church, so I've seen parents bring their 1 or 2-year-olds, maybe like a toddler age too. They'll bring them to church, and they'll bring this huge bag of just toys and games and things to entertain this child.
God, mother. Okay.
So mass is only an hour long, right? Which, I get it. It's tough when you have a small kid because their attention span is kind of all over the place, and sometimes they'll start screaming, all this other stuff. It's very difficult. I get it. But our attention spans, even as adults, are shrinking by the day. We have zero attention span. Ad clips are getting shorter. We need to see this new stuff all the time, or else we're bored. And for sure, technology plays a huge part in that. But if you're a kid just developing your brain and, you are constantly entertained as well and not forced to focus on anything, why do we think that ADHD is becoming more relevant than ever? People can't concentrate because they're so used to seeing new things all the time and being entertained all the time that, they can't focus on anything for longer than a few seconds. And they're so young too that they don't know any better. And so when they don't get, the entertainment or the stimulation that they want to play with things or to just get what they want in general, whether it's food or whatever, they throw a fit. And what do the parents do? They give in. They give them what the kid wants. They give them a piece of pizza. They give them some candy. They give them the iPad to entertain them, to make them shut up. I understand that to some extent discipline is frowned upon these days, especially with the mainstream, because spanking, for instance, just good old-fashioned spanking is in some places considered like outright abuse, which is ridiculous, let's just be honest. They want parents to think that good parenting is always just sitting down with them and talking through their feelings and just talking to them about stuff. And talking is great and all, but have you ever met a 2-year-old? They're not very conversational.
I'm not good expressing my feelings.
I do really, really think that upcoming generations, including some people in my own generation, have had a real lack of that really healthy, honestly, healthy discipline. Like, I see adults still throwing fits when they don't get what they want. Because they were never told no as a child. They were never given a good old spanking, right? This is the generation we're raising. A generation of adult babies with no attention span. So if you remember anything from this video, remember that your pets are not your children are not your pets, and we all need a little healthy dose of good old-fashioned discipline now and then. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to comment on what you thought of this video. If you agree, if you disagree, what do you think of parental discipline? And let me know if there's a topic that you think I should do a video on in the upcoming weeks, because I'd love to hear your ideas. Say bye, Kiwi. Kiwi says bye. That's all from me, guys. I'll see you next time.
It's Naomi Wolf of Daily Clout, and I am asking you to please, if you like the video you just saw, support us, become a member, donate. You can send checks to P.O. Box 24, Millerton, New York, 12546, or go to Daily Clout, DAILYCLOUT, become a member or donate. Thank you so much for your support. Every penny goes for paying our hardworking staff, paying hosting costs and paying our lawyers who have been leading the fight to keep you safe and free, to keep the Constitution safe and to keep you free. Thank you so much.